Good evening. My name is Mattison Fike, and I am a senior at Greater Johnstown High School. I would like to thank the Challenge Program Incorporated for the honor of being a finalist for Student of the Year. On behalf of Greater Johnstown High School students and educators, I would like to thank Mr. Craig Starasinich for generously supporting the Challenge Program Incorporated at our school. Fitting in is a tough thing to do in life, especially in school. It can be based on a lot of different variables, such as your looks, thoughts, words, clothes, and even your family. Of all those things, the way you represent yourself can be the most important part of how people see you, and ultimately, it can determine the social standings in your life. Like many kids, my social standings were probably the most crucial part of my maturing and growing up. I learned a lot about that through my schooling. In middle school, I had a lot of recurring problems with my family. My mother was addicted to drugs when I was growing up, so most of the time, if I needed something, I had to wait until my father got home from work to get it. Because of my parents fighting so much, my mother had had an affair and became pregnant with my little brother. My sisters and my grandparents were really the ones who did as much as they could for me while my father was working. I became very depressed, so much so that I was sent in and out of psychiatric hospitals, attending family-based counseling, and taking medication for various mental disorders. I was almost 13 years old when I assaulted my mother and was sent to the detention home in Ebensburg for about 2 weeks. I was even molested by a so-called friend of hers once I got home. Among my many mental struggles, I was really struggling in school. People always picked on me for my crooked teeth, glasses, and gangly legs. So finally, I decided to make them judge me by my actions. I acted tougher and meaner to save myself from all of their hurtful words, and got suspended from school in the process. It wasn't until my mother left us that I had finally felt some of that stress dissipate. As much as I loved my mother, she was no good for our family, no good for me. I started to be able to focus more and really think about what I had been going through. When the Challenge program came to my high school, I didn't give it much thought, like it wasn't talking about me. After all, what's $200 to someone who couldn't make it in life? I was the girl that no one wanted, not even her own mother. As time went on, though, my domestic life began to improve after my father found his new girlfriend, who was very nice to me. And I got discharged from counseling services and started concentrating more on my studies. During my sophomore year in high school, one of my guidance counselors suggested that I take the Challenge program to heart because he knew that I was working to overcome many challenges. I could continue to better my life with this program. I started to challenge myself above my insecurities and flaws, even though beforehand I felt that there was no room for improvement. It was very hard to get moving at first, but in the end, I really started to push myself, studying harder, attending school more, being nicer to people. I finally decided that it didn't matter what people thought of me, but what I did for myself was the important thing. I'm now involved in orchestra, chorus, interact club, key club, forensics, the National Honor Society, and the National Society of Leadership and Success at Penn Highlands Community College. I have also received nominations for the National Youth Leadership Forum, National Security, Diplomacy, Intelligence, and Defense, and the National Academy of Future Scientist and Technologist Award of Excellence. There are others out there who have struggled, and there are others out there who have overcome. The Challenge program changed my outlook on life. I used to act out, but now I'm acting toward a goal, the change I want to see in every young person just like me. It never mattered that I didn't receive the $200 incentive they offered to challenge me. What mattered is that the program made me challenge myself. I'm now a very spiritual, compassionate person and plan to pursue a master's degree in mechanical engineering with a minor in religion. I will be attending Penn Highlands Community College in the fall on a full associate's degree scholarship. The Challenge program has not only made me realize that fitting in was not what I needed, but also that recognizing my individuality and challenging myself is what will truly make me succeed in life. Thank you.